Good afternoon. It's not a pleasant topic. Testing stool samples when rumors of an outbreak hits the public consciousness, like the recent McDonald's outbreak. But the New Mexico Department of Health Scientific Laboratories were at the helm in early October when it came to figure out if a national E. coli outbreak was festering in our state. News 13's Natalie Wattis got a tour of the laboratories where scientists discovered the outbreak locally. She's live downtown in Albuquerque. Natalie?
Jessica, the labs here were able to identify that there was an outbreak happening locally and that strain matched the one causing the national outbreak.
But it was just like a random Tuesday. I got like 10 plus samples in, and then I started seeing positives off those, so that kind of, indicated to me that something might be going on.
The New Mexico Department of Health Scientific Laboratory is the only public lab for the state, tasked with all sorts of analysis, from DWI testing to infectious diseases. Last month, they saw a surge of E. coli samples coming in from local hospitals.
It sort of set off red flags with the staff who were working and characterizing those. So that was the first tip-off. It was before anything was known nationally.
In cases like these, hospitals identify the cases and send samples to these labs to further investigate. First, to microbiologists like Andrea Manzanares.
I started doing our initial workup, uploaded it to various medias.
Manzanares says in this case, the strain of E. coli they were worried about would turn purple in the petri dish.
So once I started doing my plating and my workups and I saw that there was a whole bunch of purple, I kind of started to get a little suspicious.
From there, the sample was sent to the molecular biology laboratory to look even more closely at the DNA.
So sequencing is identifying all the alphabet soup of the genome.
Then comparing those to sequences nationally and locally.
And what we found is we did find a match for those 0157s that matched to the outbreak.
With that information, the lab was able to determine this E. coli matched the pathogen that caused the national outbreak from the onions on the McDonald's Quarter Pounders. The environmental microbiology lab actually tested a Quarter Pounder from one subject who got sick.
It did end up being negative, and most probably because the patient had been ill when they ate the sandwich.
Espinoza says it takes 4 to 8 days after you've eaten the tainted food to actually get sick.
This is one of the hamburger samples, and there weren't any pink colonies on that.
And Jessica, the lab says they see 50 outbreaks of various diseases each year, 10 of which are national. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Natalie. The state's health department says there have been 10 confirmed cases of the E. coli outbreak in the state linked to the McDonald's Quarter Pounder.